There they are. Alpha Italia, my go-to irons, straighteners. So you can see they're saying 230 degrees, and I'm going to talk about temperature as well. But what temperature does hair start to become damaged and burn and then melt? So let me know in the comments. I'll give you a couple of minutes to, well, not minutes, seconds. Give you a couple of seconds because I know this is a little bit behind. Just let me know in the chat what is the lowest temperature that hair starts to burn, damage, and then lead on to melting. I look forward to seeing your answers. But there's two temperatures in particular that I want to talk about, and three temperatures actually, because the ones on these irons that way, the ones on these irons 230 degrees. So we've got St. Mark who's saying over 250. It's a good guess. Anybody else in the house that is going to put a number in the chat? Because you'll be surprised at the difference, but also where damage starts to be created. And I did a TikTok and Instagram, I think, and YouTube short on it, just to show you two straighteners on, and then the hair was just like beginning to go. So Mark has said 250. Samir has said over 150. Another good guess. Anybody else before I start to talk about the temperatures? I'll give you a couple of seconds. I'll give you 5 seconds. Here we go. What's the other people are just here to stare at your handsome face. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. I feel really like, yeah, I feel ill. Man flu is taking its toll. But right, obviously they're just staring at me. So we've got two temperatures, 250, 150, over. The lowest temperature in which hair starts to become damaged, and then, oh, there's one. Julie's just said 380. I love all these various degrees. So the lowest, and you think about straighteners and what do you use? The lowest temperature that hair starts to become damaged, break, and melt is 200 degrees. So 200 degrees are on the variable temperature straighteners are something that people use quite a lot, and in particular clients think the hotter the straighter the hair, and that's not necessarily true. It's not true at all, to be honest. Take the necessary out of there. So the temperature is 200 degrees. That's where hair starts to really break down. And a fact, write this down, a fact. So I was talking to a client in the salon, and we were talking about what temperature hair starts to melt at. 451 degrees is where hair is just gone, completely gone. So I know we haven't got straighteners that go to that, but what you've got to think about with straighteners is you pass it over once, and that's 200 degrees. Pass it over again, that could be what, 220. Again, you're creating friction on that hair. The more you pass it over, the hotter and hotter and hotter the hair is getting. To get to 451 degrees, it wouldn't really take that much effort, in my eyes. If you were working on hair and you was really working those straighteners through one section, and I've seen some people go through a section about 7 times. I'm going to do this. So this is a video. If someone wants to steal it before I do it, tag me in it. So I would love to work out how I could monitor temperature on a surface. There's a, oh my God, one of those guns from COVID times. So what we could do is we get a strand of hair and pass the straighteners over and scan it and see what that temperature is. And then we could do it 3 times, say, and scan it and see what the temperature is. I would love to see how many passes it takes to get to 451 degrees. That temperature is where hair is just gone, completely melted. So yeah, I'm going to do that as a test. But when we're talking about temperatures, so we've got 200 degrees where hair starts to break down, become damaged, break, and melt. 451 degrees is where hair is gone completely. That's it, just dripping on the floor. And then when it comes to these straighteners here, the variable ones, we can go from really, really low temperatures, but maximum is 230. And someone asked me the other day, why are we got straighteners that go to 230 degrees? And the reason is because when we're using keratin blow dries, we've got a real thick barrier there of product. And with these straighteners, we need to pass this through multiple times to burn that product off, seal it into the hair. And that's why there is a specific sort of amount that you work through. And when that vapor starts to sort of disappear, that's when you've sort of taken all that product off of that hair surface and you've sealed it into the hair. So that's why we have variable straighteners when it comes to 230 degrees. That's for technical services, but taking it right down so we don't damage hair. So there we go. That is that. I'm going to get back into the salon. So let's get back into the salon. Boom. There we go. And let's take off those straighteners. So another section that I'm going to do, and this is a section for people if they want to, and as this sort of show gets bigger and bigger, hopefully this section of the show will get more and more.